morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome to the Inside Scoop. I'm your host, Bubba. Along with me is my co-host, Joey. How you doing, Joe?
I'm doing all right.
Good to see you again. Always a pleasure. Well, we have our general course of action, what we do, but before we even get to our lists, I have to mention this. Today would have been my grandpa, Joseph Romano's birthday. My grandpa was born on October 2nd, 1898. Yes, grandpa would have been 127. And by today's political standards, I'm not going to go into the story long behind that, he'd still probably be on Social Security. Anyway, by total flip contrast, and I'm going to get, before you get to your lists, October 1st, 1977 is the day my grandpa passed away. So it was a tough day for us to have grandpa pass away the day before his birthday. So, now, Joe, I've said my birthday for my family. Do you have any members of your family that...
Yeah, plus one of my roommates, a former member of our staff here.
Yes.
Emily's mom's birthday is October 4th.
Oh, okay. Happy birthday out there, Jimmy, if you watch the show.
And
I'll see you on Facebook.
No, not on. And I got two family members. My dad would have been 81, October 6th.
My dad's birthday is October 15th. I think we'll be here for the taping with that, but he would have been 102.
And my niece's birthday is October 7th.
So you got family members coming up. So we have a lot of folks come up with birthdays and people who have passed. Let's get to a quick list there, Joe, of wrestling birthdays.
Start off with a WWE Hall of Famer, Gerald Briscoe.
Gerald Briscoe, who I've met. I met him in Boston many, many moons ago with his brother.
Well, I got a father and son on this list, too. September 19th, 79.
Wow.
And here comes the son, Greg the Hammer Valentine. September 20th.
Greg Valentine, who I've met at the NCCW show in person. Very, very nice man. WWE legend. I mean, I personally think should have been a champion. Should have been pushed as a world champion at one time. He was a great, great worker, great wrestler. Very soft-spoken man. Very nice man when I met him.
September 20th, 74.
Oh, Greg, 74.
One of the four horsemen, Arn Anderson.
Double A himself.
September 20th, 67. And here comes the father, Johnny Valentine. September 22nd. Kari Sane.
Hold on a second.
Sorry.
Johnny Valentine is whose father?
Greg's.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not. Johnny Valentine is not his real name. But that's okay.
Valentine's not his real name either.
But that's not his father. Trust me on that.
Kari Sane, September 23rd, 37. Someone they just announced official for next year's Hall of Fame, Stephanie McMahon, Levesque.
Yes.
September 24th, 49.
Oh, Stephanie's 49. I remember when she started when she was 16 and a half with a skit with The Undertaker. Strapped to the M woman. Maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe you remember that.
He's the one that announced it.
Yes, well, that's because he's well respected by the family and well respected by WWE, of course.
And this is Chris Nowinski.
Yes, lawyer now. I know he's been working a lot of advocate stuff for things. You've actually seen him on the news recently commenting about different things. He made some comments about the Karen Reed case. I read this again on Facebook. Christopher Nowinski is actually a practicing lawyer.
September 24th, 47.
No, not lawyer. He's a medical person. Sorry. How old is Christopher Nowinski?
47.
Wow.
Sonya Deville, September 24th, 32.
Yes, which I read on WrestlingForum.com.
Oh, one of the Freebirds, Jimmy Garvin.
Jimmy Jam Garvin.
September 25th, 73.
73 already. Who was his valet, remember?
I forgot.
Sunshine.
guy.
Who was his other valet? That's the real question. I know there's people out there, some of our fans out there are now screaming at the TV. Missy Hyatt, for a hiccup of a time, was his valet.
Damian Priest.
Yes.
September 26th.
Punishment Martinez from ROH. His last name is Martinez.
43.
Looks great for 43.
One of the WWE interviewers, Kathy Kelly.
Okay.
September 27th, 36. Steve Blackman.
Yes.
For the Attitude Era.
Yep. Martial artist. MMA.
One half a head cheese.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Matter of fact, I haven't spoken to Al Snow in a minute, so.
September 28th, 62.
He's 62 already. Shows you how old I am, though.
Jerry Lawler's ex-wife, Stacy the Cat Carter.
Stacy the Cat Carter. Now, my thoughts and prayers are going out to Jerry Lawler. I've heard he's had a third stroke recently.
I knew about the second one, but I didn't know about the
He's had a third one. He just had it last week.
This is September 29th, 55. Tajiri.
Tajiri, again, mentioned on Wrestling Forum. Just saw it yesterday.
September 29th, 55.
Wrestling trainer, by the way. He trains out in Japan.
Candice Michelle. September 30th, 47. The original gobbledygooker.
Yes.
Hector Guerrero. October 1st, 71. And finally, Chris Von Erich.
Chris Von Erich, who's the youngest of the Von Erich family.
September 30th.
Yes, he's passed now. Committed suicide. Well, again, happy wishes to your family members.
Yes.
To my family, my dad's coming up. My brother's coming up October 10th. He'll be 70. My dad would have been October 15th. Would have been 102. Because my dad has passed. He'd still be on Social Security too. Now, Joe, with the positive always has to come the negative. Let's go into one negative.
I'll start with, I don't know if he was or former Paw Sox manager, Buddy Bailey.
Yes, he was a former Paw Sox manager. I actually saw him several times at McCoy Stadium as a Paw Sox manager. Good ball player, by the way. Real good coach. Well respected by people.
Animal and nature activist Jane Goodall.
Yeah, we lost Jane Goodall yesterday. Was announced what she did with chimpanzees, gorillas, and different type of activists. Not just chimpanzees and gorillas. She did a lot of things for different animals, but she's noted for her work with chimpanzees and gorillas. Did she ever work with you?
No.
Did she ever work with Corey? Do you know?
I don't know.
She should have.
I don't know if she worked with the Intimidator either.
She should have worked with Corey. I'm always joking. Corey, if you're watching our show, I'm always joking with you. You know that. Because you look a little bit like an ape. She worked with my brother-in-law, my girlfriend's brother, Raymond. She should have. He looks like more like an ape maybe I've ever seen. Well, again, thankfully it's only a short list this week of people's deaths, but if I usually try to dedicate some of the show to somebody every year. It's toss up to me. Do I dedicate to my grandpa? Or because without him I wouldn't be here. We wouldn't have our show, would we? Mm-hmm. Or do I do it to Jane Goodall, who did so much for animals? I have to say Jane Goodall, because I have to say that, but although my grandpa was a barber for 46 years, he cut a lot of people's hair. A little side note, a lot of people don't know this, the great Father John Sullivan from La Salette Shrine, who moved on about 10 years ago. He's still up in New Hampshire. I believe he's still preaching. He used to get his hair cut by my grandfather in Dorchester when he was a young priest. A little history that involves me here in good old Attleboro. Another one. Another history person. Well, Joe, we went from there. I think we have results from our last pay-per-view or last segment. I don't know if you folks got that with your new pay service. I'm not mentioning them because they're not sponsors of our show. You should be watching Double ACS and not watching that show, but through some chicanery and some trips back and forth to our lovely cable system, I we'll be ready for the next pay-per-view. That's all I can say.
Which is going to be on in there. Next one's going to be on early in the morning.
Yes, 8 p.m. 8 a.m., sorry. I'll probably watch it at 8 p.m. Their time. Okay, Joe, let's get to those results and we can talk about the matches if we remember our picks. I know Charlie did have the right schedule for us.
Women's World Title. Io Sky against Stephanie Vaquer. And Stephanie Vaquer became the new champ.
I didn't see the match. I heard it was a very, very good match. I want to watch this match. I will be watching it.
Next is...
I personally think Io Sky is a better wrestler than Stephanie Vaquer. I think Stephanie Vaquer is getting too quick a push. They did the same thing with Julia. They did the same thing with Ricochet. They're doing the same thing now with Ricky Saints, but I think Uba Femi is coming up from NXT. You don't know who that is, but Uba Femi is the NXT champion. I don't think Stephanie Vaquer is better than Io Sky. But they wanted to open that up so she could start her feud with Asuka.
Well, there's already a feud with Asuka with Io Sky right now.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
That's why they wanted to kind of not give her the titles, because they didn't want Asuka running for the title right now. It's not in the plans.
John Cena versus Brock Lesnar.
Who?
Huh?
Who?
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 I'm confused.
Who?
Brock Lesnar?
No, John Cena. Oh, yeah. Both. One's semi-retired and one should be retired already. That's kind of interchangeable, but I guess Brock, I heard, destroyed Cena. But a little bit of inside scoop, folks. I can keep my mouth quiet when I have to. I asked John Cena's father. He says he's putting Brock over. John asked to be destroyed by Brock Lesnar. He asked for the match. He told Brock, destroy me. I don't want, this way they can rebuild up the Brock Lesnar character while John's retiring and moving on. So I can respect John Cena for that, but he took a beating, I heard. Like 6 F5s and got annihilated.
Next is the mixed tag match with Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch against CM Punk and AJ Lee, and CM Punk and AJ Lee won it.
Which I was wrong, and I admit it. I come out and I picked that. I picked Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch to win that match, but with the Dragon submission, I guess Becky Lynch tapped out. Shows AJ still got it.
Yep.
AJ can still wrestle with anybody if you want, and after a 10-year absence. Somebody said that match wasn't bad at all. Again, I have to see these, so I can't judge from actually seeing these matches.
We got Jay and Jimmy Uso against...
Who?
One of them is the dad
Who's?
debate.
Yeet? No yeet? Okay. Sorry.
We'll talk about the cousin later. Probably talk about the cousin later. Against
which one?
Bronson Reed.
There's so many of them. We could be here all afternoon
And
talking
Brian
about that.
Breaker.
Braun who?
Breaker.
Break who? I'm just... Joey, I'm playing with you. You know that. It's called stalling, folks. We have to come up with more information.
The two
Hello. That was for our director. We're trying to drag this. He's nodding.
And the two Bronze won the match.
Yes, I predicted they would, because the Usos haven't been working together for 4 years. The two Brons have been working. They've been gelling together. Braun Breaker is just like Paul Heyman saying he's going to be definitely the future of WWE. The kid's an amazing athlete. Bronson Reichsteiner, his real name. His two legendary fathers. His father and his uncle, legendary wrestlers. Hall of Famers, I believe both of them
Yes, they are. And he's the one that inducted them, too.
Yes.
And the WWE title, Cody versus Drew McIntyre, and Cody won.
Good match. I kind of like the way they're continuing the saga with... trying to continue the saga with Drew McIntyre, and he got kind of put in his place by Jacob Fatu. I mean, Drew's a great wrestler, amazing worker, but he tries to intimidate people sometimes. He talks, lies, and cries, and basically, Jacob Fatu, if you didn't see it on SmackDown, come out and punked him. You know, you can't beat me. You're not going to intimidate me. Jacob Fatu is nothing nice. Drew McIntyre can be nothing nice. He can work with anybody and make them look really good. But that match could be a bloodbath coming up. Well, since I've kind of segued that, because that was a great match too, with Cody and Drew McIntyre, which Cody won, which I did pick, so did you. Joe always picks the face, so it's easy. But that kind of is good segueing into, do you have any matches?
I got 4.
For our next pay-per-view,
Yes.
which is going to be
In Perth, Australia.
in Perth, Australia, arranged by Rhea Ripley. I'm hoping they put, what's her name, on the card. Hoping they put Indy Hartwell from NXT or from TNA on that card somehow. Even as a referee, because she's from Australia. And you know Bronson Reed's going to be there. He has to be because he's from Australia.
So far, none of them are on the list.
And Rhea Ripley should be there.
She is on the list.
Yes, she should be.
I'll get to that later.
She's the one who got the whole gig, I think, for him originally in Australia because of her popularity. Go ahead, Joe.
Okay, first is the men's crown jewel title. Cody versus Seth Rollins.
How do you call that match? Probably the two maybe best technical wrestlers right now, working right now.
And one of them is trying to become 2-time.
Crown jewel. That'd be Cody, right?
Yep. And he won it last year.
I mean, the match that he had when Cody tore off his pec muscle and his bicep, that was in the Hell in the Cell. That was one of the greatest matches I've ever seen. The endurance of the work stamina that Cody went through, but I have to pick Cody for that match. I really do. I think Cody's going to beat.
4 for 4.
Yeah, I think so. I think Cody's going to beat Seth freaking Rollins. He's going to beat him. If the other guys, even if the other guys get involved, it'll end up being a Donnybrook. Because the people are going to come out.
The women's first crown jewel champ was Liv Morgan.
Who?
Liv Morgan was the first women's crown jewel.
Liv who? Oh, she's on the shelf now.
Yeah, she was the first crown jewel.
Yes, great wrestler. I shouldn't be joking about her, but
this year it's going to be Stephanie Vaquer against Tiffany Stratton.
again, two good workers. Tiffany Stratton just beat Jade Cargill twice. That's
Well, she
really,
be in a triple threat match.
yes, that was great against Nia Jax. I don't know if you watched that the other night. It was a great match.
I couldn't. I can only watch Raw.
I personally think Stephanie Vaquer is going to win the match because WWE's been pushing her. I don't think she should beat Tiffany Stratton, though. I think Tiffany Stratton is a better wrestler right now than Stephanie Vaquer. Stephanie Vaquer is getting a little bit of a push. I think she's getting over-pushed. That's just my opinion, Erica. It's the way I've watched her work and wrestle. I brag about this, but 46 years in this business, since I was 13 years old. Stephanie Vaquer is making mistakes, and I catch them during her matches. Tiffany Stratton's making mistakes, but Tiffany makes less, and she's a little more exciting than Stephanie Vaquer is. And if a Devil's Gate is kind of, it's okay, but if you see it, people slapping your hands on the mat is not really hitting your head.
Next is Rhea Ripley and Io Sky against Asuka and Kairi Sane.
The Kabuki Warriors against Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. That could be so far the best match you've picked, believe it or not. If they let that go the right way, that could be the best match so far. And there's been great, you got great matches listed there. I could see Brock Lesnar going against somebody, I'm not sure who. I could see people being added to that, of course. There's going to be some more matches. Just keep watching WWE.
We got one more Raw and Smack. Well, actually, got two Smack.
You should see Obafemi coming somehow, somewhere, up from NXT because he just lost his title to Ricky Saints. Obafemi is a 320-pound absolute beast, Nigerian wrestler. If you haven't watched NXT, he is an amazing, amazing, amazing athlete. He's a combination of Apollo Crews and Omos, but powerful, powerful kid who can work, wrestle, keep an eye on. Obafemi against Braun Breaker would, and it's already happened in NXT, would be an unbelievable wrestling match if they let those two go at each other soon.
And the other match I got is two legends going at it. John Cena against AJ Styles.
Who? I mean, AJ Styles is wrestling?
Yes.
Is he phenomenal?
That's what they say he is.
Yes, he is. He's probably. I personally think he's the most technical, one of the most technical wrestlers in the history of wrestling. Period. End of story. Right up there with Les Thornton. And I found out some more information, and I didn't know this. I guess Lord Steven Regal's son is one of the kids from NXT. Is his son? I didn't know that. I didn't know Lord Steven Regal had a son wrestling. He's in the No Quarter Catch crew. He's actually going to Japan to hone his craft for a while. He's left in NXT. I forget his name. I'm sorry. People out there probably screaming at the stage again. But it's shaping up to be a really good card. Got to get up early that day, Joe, to watch it. I know. If I have to, Joe, I'll call you and wake you up.
Watch what?
What? Stone Cold's not wrestling that night. I know you're wearing a Stone Cold shirt. Now let's go on to a couple of other subjects. First, we'll go into our independent wrestling. And since our last show, I've gone to 2 matches. I'll actually be going to a match this weekend at Joshua Jacobs Center in Fairhaven, on the Fairhaven, New Bedford line. It's got matches. NRG's got a show. I will be going to that show, sitting ringside. Bring yourselves down. $20 for ringside seats. You're right there. NRG Wrestling Training School is where he's putting these shows on now. It's a small ride down, but a great wrestling card. So, well, the same guys you see at RWA wrestle for Davey Cash down there. I was there at his last show. One of the guys who I mentioned about coming on our show, John Steele. I actually invited him on the show. He's been busy at work. He didn't get back to me. We were trying to still get him on this show. He wrestled at RWA with 54 people in the audience at the RWA show I went to last weekend at the Our Lady of the Rosary in Providence. He wrestled against Jason Blade, one of the members of Sabotage from eons ago. Jason Blade's now the champion of RWA. They put on a clinic of a match. Great match. And WWE, New World Wrestling Extreme, had a match as in Woonsocket. I was there last Saturday. Great card of wrestling, $15, $20. I sat ringside for $25. Almost got killed. Dog collar match was the last match out. Something Del Vega against, they call him Sunrise. I can't remember his real name. It's a Spanish name, I'm sorry. Pardon my ignorance, for all you folks out there. No, I'm not racist. Please don't write me and boycott me. Damn phone. Hold on.
No phone calls on the show.
Sorry about that. My cousin, I haven't spoken to in a few years. And she probably mentioned to me about my grandfather. Great show, great wrestling card. They had a dog collar match. I'm sitting in the ringside like I often do. Of course, the Trooper Gilmore, who I actually mentioned about coming on this show, he wants me to go on his wrestling show. We'll have on someday. I'll corral him to come in here. Put a great show on. I know he sent them at me. The dog collar match. They jumped over the barricade where I was sitting. I moved. They kept coming at me. Moved again. Went down. I stood behind him, for Gilmore, and I said to him quietly, "You trying to kill me? I'm getting too old for this." I moved out. I went to the exit. They followed me. The wrestlers followed me. I stood behind another couple big wrestlers and says, "You guys are going to protect me, so I'm getting too old for this." They laughed and they kind of tried to push me forward. See, Joey, if you weren't banned, you could go to some of these independent shows and see sometimes what me and Steve have to go through. But local independent scene is hot, guys. Like I said, NRG's this weekend. I know RICW has matches coming up in October. KRLX just had a good match recently. A lot of great wrestlers in this area. A lot of great ones that are moving on to WWE. I've been saying this and saying this and saying this. Without these independent shows developing these independent wrestlers, we won't have all these pay-per-views, because all these people being pulled from around the world coming to WWE and AEW and TNA and New Japan Pro Wrestling, ROH, which is now part of AEW pretty much. All these kids all started out in independent circuits and they're moving themselves up. We've had a good handful in this area that have moved themselves on. TNA, Eddie Edwards, Alicia Edwards from TNA have been on NXT. I've known Alicia since she was a rookie. I bought her first t-shirt she ever sold to anybody. I bought it with her other name. Alexis Navea was her name. She came out as Lexi at one time, Lexus. I've known her husband, Eddie Edwards. I just mentioned Jason Blade, that was his partner in Sabotage. DC Dillinger, the one who trained with Eddie, has passed away. I think I might have mentioned that DC Dillinger was, all three of them made Sabotage. I'm talking 20 years ago. Ibar was just in the area. Todd Smith, he went to Chaotic and watched the show. I've known Todd for, again, 20 years. He was Handsome Johnny Hayes, working for NECW. Nice kid, real nice people. Carmelo Hayes started around here. He was Christian Casanova. His real name is Christian. Mercedes Monet. Mercedes started wrestling around here, trained by Brian Fury. Of course, John Cena. I might joke and laugh about it, but John Cena started around here, terrorizing. I mean, as, what was his first name, Joe? Remember? I think it was something, the Instigator or something like that. I don't know, when he started out with local NECW wrestling. Other people, Mike Baker we've had in this show. He trains a lot of these independent wrestlers. He actually trains for NRG now, work with Davey Cash, who's partially trained by Mike Baker. Tony Stone, who's local kid, he's been trained by Mike Baker. I could keep going on and on and on and on and on for another hour about independent wrestling, but we don't have the time. Without the independent wrestling folks, we don't have the WWE. Start watching going to some of these matches. Hopefully I can start even getting some information, try to get some of these people on the show. I've been trying to get guests. I've spoken to NCW promoter who lives right here in North Attleboro, John Casey, about getting him on our show here. We'll have to start. I mentioned about getting guests. I haven't been getting them. I've been kind of lacking, falling asleep on my detail. Can't believe Joe, the show's already gone. Oh, Red Sox tonight. We're taping on Thursday. Either the Red Sox are going to win, move on, and beat those dreaded Yankees, or we're going to lose. Patriots are doing okay. They're 2-2. A few mistakes, a few hiccups along the way, but I don't expect them to win the Super Bowl. If you do, you're overlooking yourself. Well, I'd like to thank AACS for having us. I'd like to thank our director for directing us and choreographing our show and promoting us. I'd like to thank all you folks who continue to watch us. Thanks again, and you folks be safe. Bye-bye.